I'm Jessie Draper, the Valley Girl. What does your company do? Have you ever Googled yourself?
Totally.
What makes a great entrepreneur? What's your next big idea? Tweeting's like my favorite. Let's talk business.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
Vungle runs the jungle. Vungle, jungle, Vungle, jungle. Let's talk business with Vungle. Vungle is an early-stage startup focused around the idea of helping mobile application developers promote and monetize their apps through in-app video trailers. They're also currently starring in Mashable's reality series Behind the Launch. Smith and Zain Jaffer founded Vungle. Well, I'm like the Valley Girl, and here we are with Smith and Zain Jaffer of Vungle. What a fun name, by the way. So welcome to the Valley Girl Show.
Thank you for having us.
Well, tell me, okay, what does Vungle do?
Much like you have movie trailers that entice people to watch a film, we believe if you have an app trailer, it might entice someone to actually download the application.
And we are in the days of technology.
Absolutely.
I mean, that just seems like I don't know, it's a very smart idea.
Yeah, well, thank you, I hope so, right? Otherwise we're doing something wrong otherwise. But we think that app developers find it really hard to get their apps out there. They might use banner advertising, they might rely on word of mouth channels, but if you have a 15 short-second snappy trailer showing you what the app does, then we think...
It has to be snappy.
It has to be snappy. Like the show, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so you make these trailers for the applications, and then what happens with them?
So we put these trailers inside of other mobile applications.
Okay.
So let's make up an example. Let's say you're playing Angry Birds.
Right.
Right?
The best game of all time.
Definitely, yeah. And you finish a level, at that point you might see a trailer for another app. And then you might be persuaded to download it after watching it because you've seen what it does, rather than seeing irrelevant ads or a banner ad that kind of ruins the app experience.
How did you guys begin Vungle? What made you want to start this company?
I think we both have our own different reasons, but don't want to sound like it's a cliche, but generally I've wanted to do something big. And it's really exciting that mobile is exploding, and we could be behind, this big movement where mobile's going global, and Vungle could be the one powering everything that's happening on the video side.
Should we show people
let's do that.
How it works first?
Keep up to date with the latest tech happenings in the Valley Girl Show app. Catch up with the world's best CEOs and entrepreneurs when they drop in for a chat with Jessie Draper.
Here we are with Jimmy Whale,
Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook,
CEO of Red Octane.
Check it out today.
That was great. So that's an example of an ad that you would make for an app. And it seems like a logical thing that people should advertise for apps. It's becoming that world.
Yeah, and we're surprised at the way things are. It just seems so broken. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. We think we've actually...
You're fixing it.
We're fixing it, right. We're fixing
mobile. That's so nice of you,
mobile.
first of all, to fix it. When did you guys first come to the United States?
So actually Zain and I started the company in London. So it was me, Zain, and a couple of interns in an office, maybe even the size of this tiny room here.
Probably half the size of this room.
And then I was just reading a post on TechCrunch, and it said there's one spot left for this incubator called AngelPad, and they're giving every company that joins $120,000. And for us, that we could barely afford the rent of the office, we were like, 120K doesn't sound that bad. Let's give it a shot. So we just applied, and then we don't really think things through much, just on quite the spur. So I basically just got out my phone and I just started filming Zain, and I was like, right, Zain, why do we deserve this last spot? Just pitch it to the camera. And then just uploaded that video to the internet. And I looked who the key two people judging it were, and one of the guys was called Tomas. And basically, I kind of just created a crazy marketing campaign targeting all his friends and colleagues. So basically, if you imagine you're just browsing the internet and you know Tomas, you see a picture of his face saying, do you know Tomas? We've got an urgent message, we need to get to him. Click here, now. And it would pop up a landing page. I hacked it together an hour, And then it's got the video of me and Zain pitching into camera Tomas, we've won this last spot, we deserve it. We've researched your background, we deserve it, come on. And I was like, call me, here's my phone number, here's my email address, just give me a call. and then it had a button saying, click here to email this to Tomas. And so he was traveling and didn't have internet. And then so he gets internet, like coming off the plane, and checks his iPhone. And he's telling us now he had over 20 emails from like VCs, people he's connected to.
Oh my gosh.
Saying like, who the hell are these kids? Like, have you invested in them? Like, what the hell's going on? So I kind of just got a call within 24 hours of putting up this ad. It's like, all right guys, I've seen the video. We can talk, but take it down now. It's causing me massive problems. This is just like too many questions. Just take down the video and we can talk. So went backwards and forwards a bit, and then basically he was like, after a few Skype calls, he was basically like, right, you've got the last spot. This was on Thursday. He's like, it starts on Monday. Right. So and if you get this, you have to move to America permanently, because we're not going to invest in you if you're going to stay in London. So basically, book the first flight you can. It starts on Monday. Move to America and never go back to England.
Put our whole life on hold, literally.
Put your life in a suitcase, get on a plane. So.
Oh my gosh! Crazy. But that's the life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah. It's unpredictable.
It's very unpredictable. That's incredible. You every time you pitch your company, you should tell that story, because it shows you are a marketing machine. That's brilliant.
And then we tried to just keep everything bootstrapped. So then arrived in San Francisco, and we had all this funding, but because we lived so bootstrapped in London, we didn't want to spend any of it. So Zain and I...
Those are great. That's a great thing to do, though, when you're
starting. You have to do it when you're a start. But I think we pushed it a bit too far. I mean,
how far did you push it?
We lived in like a homeless shelter in the Tenderloin. Me and Zain were even like sharing the same bed sometimes, because it was so bootstrapped.
It was like a single bed.
Well, I think we only realised one of them was a homeless shelter when some guy tried to steal your bagel or something, because it was like a soup kitchen thing as well, like at the breakfast. We thought it was just catered. Yeah.
You're not there anymore, though.
No,
we
decided
moved. Investors were like,
well, it was Tomas actually.
Too bootstrapped.
There was a stage when I think
you have to be sane. You do have to like feel safe and like.
Well, we were pitching investors with our luggage in the boardroom, and they was like,
this is at the Angel Pad incubator.
Wow.
And Tomas came in and he was like, guys, you've got your luggage in the room and you're pitching to an investor. This is embarrassing. You guys can't stay here. You have to get a proper place. Just spend some of the money, guys. And Jack and I were like, oh, this hurts.
And so now you've secured funding. And so how's that going for you?
We can now stop thinking short term. Stop living in hostels. Stop trying to bootstrap things. We're going to pay our people well, and we're going to spend where we need to spend.
I have a competition for you guys.
Sure.
Are you ready?
We're ready, yes, always.
Yep.
Ready? Go.
There you go. Okay.
That's good. This is delicious.
You have to find as many eclairs as you possibly can.
Hey, he's eating. I can tell. Zain eats so noisily that this game he can't win, because I'm just going to hear his breathing and food.
Are they on the table? What the hell? You're not supposed to put it on me?
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Wait, where are these eclairs?
She's moved them.
She's moved them.
What? There's nothing even on the table.
Jack, are you standing or sitting? This is ridiculous, by the way.
How did you come up with the concept of this game, by the way? What's it got to do with Vungle?
Am I near the eclair?
Am I treading on an eclair?
One of you are.
One of us is near the eclair.
Oh my God.
Jack, are you near the eclair?
Yeah, I've got an eclair, I win.
Where are you?
Do I win?
Can you keep talking
I win,
so
I win.
Yes,
what?
yes, you win. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. So what is one piece of advice you would each leave for a new entrepreneur starting out that you've learned?
I think my bit would just be that if you think something's impossible and so you don't try and get it, then you're never going to get anything really. You have to enter the lottery to win it. Just give it a shot. Even if you think other people are better placed, they might not be putting their full effort in, because they think if everyone's thinking, oh, someone else is going to get it,
right?
Someone's got to get it, so it might as well be you.
For me, it would be don't quit. Things might seem like they're not working out. Right? There were stages when I questioned, why am I doing this? Where we're really trying to build this business, but things just aren't working out. No one's going to fund us, and customers don't really want this product we're trying to sell, and we're building the wrong thing, and I haven't got any money, and oh God, blah, 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 blah. And just when you're about to quit, right, that's when you're really tested. we just got to the point where we both said we're crazy to continue. But you know what? There's nothing else we'd do. We really believe we want to do something big. And that's how we've got here. We've just been persistent.
Let's sing a song. Right? Want to sing a song? We're in the jungle with Vungle!
Well, that's Vungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me. Yes, well, I'm a tiger when I want love, but I'm a snake if we disagree.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
I'm like Zain.
I'm like Jack.
We're like Vungle.
And now it's time for your Dits moment.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
I'm like Zain.
And I'm like Jack.
And we're like Vungle.